right, diamond in the rough. I am the law. I'm going to talk to you today why black women in particular need to grow up. You're making all of us look bad. You really are. You go into Denny's, arguing over some chicken, arguing with another ratchet black woman over some chicken. Okay, you go into Golden Corral, hello, and arguing with some other ratchet black woman over some chicken, which they're constantly bringing in anyway. You're making all of us look bad. You go into a Chinese restaurant, argue with the Chinese lady or the Korean lady, throw the food at her, just ridiculous stuff. And you knew what you were getting before you went to that restaurant. And next thing you know, you're in a brawl at a Chinese food restaurant. You go into a nail place with the intention of not paying for your nails. So you get your nails done and then you gonna tell the agents, I ain't gonna pay you. You know what? You ain't leaving that nail salon until you pay them. Okay? You go there with the intention of not paying them. You go into convenience stores and all you gotta do is get gas and candy and leave. But no, you stay there and you argue with one of those clerks. Pakistani, Indian, whatever they are, you end up arguing with one of them. Why can't you just get your stuff and leave? Why do you have to act so bad, so ratchet when you go out? Now, what's worse is when black women argue in a moving vehicle, a moving bus, a subway, or a train. Let's talk about the buses for a minute. You get on the bus, argue with somebody, and the bus is moving. It's right there. The videos are right there. The bus is moving. You either argue with somebody or you're fighting with somebody. And that bus is moving. And you may not know it, but buses run off of gas. Okay, now you may cause that bus driver to have an accident and then blow everybody up. Okay, if you're on a subway, you're arguing or fist fighting with somebody on a cotton picking subway, y'all. Ratchet and stupid. Okay, you argue with somebody on the subway. And you know what? If you're fighting someone, it could tip the balance on that subway train. And if that subway train gets off of that track, it could cause colossal damage. No telling how many fatalities it could cause just because you want to fist fight with somebody on a subway train. Subways and trains are run by complex electrical systems, and I know you ratchet and stupid black women don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, just because when you get on that subway and you argue or fist fight with somebody, I don't care if it's your ratchet boyfriend, you fighting with somebody, you want to have a hood fight, why don't you have a fight in the cotton picking hood? But no, you get on that subway or train fighting with your stupid boyfriend or fighting with another ratchet black woman. And you could cause that train to go right off the track, that subway train to go right off the track. It would be colossal damage. If you get on a train, it could cause colossal damage. Why? Because you want to get on that train and argue with either another stupid black woman or a ratchet white woman, or whatever the case may be, and cause that train to have a terrible accident. Now, there is a video where this one stupid man was fighting the bus driver in China, and the whole bus went off the bridge, killing everybody. No survivors. No survivors at all. Now, that's even worse when you argue with a bus driver or a conductor of a subway, a conductor of a train. You stupid. You're making all of us look bad. I wish you ratchet black women and stupid black women would stop arguing and fighting people on moving vehicles, on subways, trains, or buses. I wish y'all would stop arguing with people when you go to a restaurant. Why can't you go to a restaurant, go to Denny's in particular, go to Subway in particular, go to Golden Corral in particular? Why can't you just go there, pig out, pay for your food, and leave? Why is that so hard for you to do? Why is it you got to go in there, argue with somebody? You're making all of us look bad. Okay? Now, when we were young, in the 80s, the young people didn't have a car. Nowadays, young people have cars. But in the 80s, nobody had a car. Everybody went on the bus to go where they want to go. Go to New York, get on the bus. Now, my mother used to tell me, Always get a magazine. Pretend that you're reading. Do not make eye contact with the stranger. Do not have conversation with the stranger. Okay, that's what she told me to do. And believe it or not, you can do that. You can get on the bus, train, subway, anything. You can get a magazine, pretend that you're reading. You don't have to have any conversation with anybody. You don't have to have eye contact with anybody. You can get on, believe it or not, you can get on the bus, truck, subway, or train and keep your mouth shut. It is possible. You can go to a restaurant, Golden Crown, Subway in particular, Denny's in particular. Go there and get your food, pig out, pay for it, and leave. It is possible to do that without saying anything to anybody by keeping your mouth shut. It is possible to do that. It is possible to go to a Chinese restaurant, Korean restaurant, get your food, and eat that mess without arguing. You know what kind of mess you're going to get anyway. Okay? You go into these convenience stores run by the Arabs, and you know exactly what's in that convenience store. You know it's only gas and junk food. You know what's in there, but you're going to go in there and argue with them. And of course, they're going to cuss you out Arab style. Yeah? They're going to cuss you out Arab style. Okay. Now, you ratchet and stupid black women who insist on arguing with everybody every time you go out somewhere, every time you go to Dollar Tree, every time you go to Dollar General. Why can't you go to Dollar General and get your stuff and leave? Why can't you be in and out of that store in 2 minutes? You're making all of us look bad. And I wish you know what? That's a sign of immaturity that you cannot get on a moving vehicle, which could cause all kinds of damage because you're fighting or when you're arguing. Okay? That is a sign of immaturity. That you cannot get on a bus, a train, or subway without getting to an argument with somebody. You cannot go get your food from any restaurant, Subway, hello, eat it, and get cotton picking out of there. You can't do that. That is a sign of gross immaturity. And you black women, there's all kinds of videos that proves that you cannot do that. You cannot go to anywhere. You can't seem to go anywhere, to a nail salon, get your nails done. You cannot go anywhere without arguing with somebody, without fighting with somebody, and you can't even fight. You ratchet black women, y'all can't fight. I'm going to say that. Y'all can't fight. Sure can't fight West Appalachian style, I tell you that. Okay? You can't fight Appalachian style, okay? But anyway, y'all need to grow up. Okay? Stop acting so bad at the restaurants, the stores, the bus, the train, the subway. Please keep your mouth shut when you go on these moving vehicles. Please keep your mouth shut. Pig out on your food when you go to a restaurant or convenience store. Have a nice day.